How are we doing, everyone? Thanks for joining for episode 24. I'm already set up in a swim. I've got everything all set, pretty much ready to go in. I'm going to do my intro now. Going to see if you can guess what swim I'm in. Does that give it away? If any of you have ever played the game, you'll know, and if you haven't, you won't. But yeah, that's right, we are back in Super Mario. Like I said, I've got all the rods wrapped, ready to go in. Everything's all set up. This here, I can take that off now. That is for when we catch our first fish out of this swim. That is going to be in the photo. So if I catch a fish out of the swim, I'm going to be wearing the old mushroom hat, because that's the old one up extra life, isn't it? So let me show you exactly what we're doing. Right, let's go through the rod setup. I know a lot of you already know what I'm going to say, but I do allow that there is new viewers every time I put a video out. So the rod setup, wherever it's gone, starting from the main line, it's 18-pound KORDA contour fluorocarbon main line, and on there you'll see a blobber putty there. I've got 3 blobs on this one. So the other rod I've got 4 on. This one I've got 3 spaced a foot apart. That comes down to just a normal KORDA lead clip, size 8 quick change swivel, and a 3-ounce flat swivel pair lead. Both rods are fished the same, except the other one's got 4 blobs of putty. I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. It's just haven't put a 4th blob on that one. Hook baits, right, and rigs, they don't really change lately either. This has ever so slightly changed to vlog 22 if you watch that. It's a 16mm, where is it? The older STICKYBAITS Manila dumbbell, but I've put it on long ways this time, like I did before. I did have 2, instead I've took it off and I've put a large long way, so that's quite a long bait. That's about a 25mm bait, and there's a good centimetre from the bend of the hook, so you're about 35mm back to the hook, so it needs to go in about 45mm to hook a fish. The reason I'm fishing long hairs like this is because since I've started doing that, I haven't picked a single tench up whatsoever, not one in maybe 9, 10 episodes now. I don't know, I'd have to look back, but you normally get a tench every night you fish on it, either here or the tench lake, the long lake. It doesn't matter which one, you normally get a tench every night. Haven't had one, so it is preventing them from hooking themselves. They are picking the bait up and spitting it around. It's inevitable, you'll never stop that, but because the actual bait is that far, it's got to go in that far just to get the bait in, then it's got to go another that length, and then again another that length before it hooks it. Tench haven't got massive mouths like that, and I think that's really doing me a lot of favours. The rig's not particularly long, 7 inches, maybe 7.5, but yeah, it's working. And onto that, again, PVA bag of crumb boilie, the old OMC ISO boilies. They crumb up nice, they smell nice. I've got them, so I'll use them up. So that's going to hook on there, PVA up. I'll show you that in a moment. The other rod is having exactly the same rig, same one of them again, the old dumbbell. But on the end of that, hopefully, if I get that bloody tungsten out of the way, you'll see there's like a prawn. It is a fake plastic prawn, but I've kind of, I don't know how well it will show it. If I open it there, I've pulled the hair right down, slid it through, pulled the barrel back, so it's nicked. It can never come off. You're not going to lose it. It's not going to come off. But I thought, do you know what? It looks, I don't know what it looks like, to be honest, but we're going to give it a go. So that's tonight's setup. I'll get them tied on bags, PVA'd up on the rods, and then we'll get them in. I will just put this clip in the vlog again, just for the newbies that are watching it, or anyone who wants to see it again. Got some old PVA tape. It doesn't matter whose brand you use, they're pretty much all the same. So I've pulled off a length, maybe, I don't know, 8-inch, 10-inch. Wind's picking up now, and what I've done is I've hooked my bait like that, I've laid it on the bag, and I've left a deliberate little gap between the corn and the barrel. So what I'm now going to do, I'm going to trap the PVA, and I'm just going to do that, wrap it around just a couple of times, and then just tie an overhand knot in it, which I'll do one down here just to lock it like that, just an overhand knot, so you can see that's all I've done. Do another. That locks the PVA, and then where my scissors are gone, I'll just trim the tag off, and that is the finished result. Okay, that's what's going out. The reason I'm doing that is so the hair cannot tangle. I've noticed if you use a long hair, it tries to tangle every single time. A short hair, I think you can get away with a lot more, but if you decide to fish a long hair like I am, if you do not PVA that or somehow trap that to the bag, if you're fishing a bag, it will tangle. To be honest, using rig foam as well, I think it would still tangle because the hair is so long. It's got so much, it's trying to do what that hook link's doing in the air, like, you know, look how that's just tangled. So yeah, PVA up. Anyway, let's get some rods out. That's me back from getting my old unhooking mat and sling and net, etc. The rod's already wrapped. I'll walk you down quick and just show you the spot. So I'm standing here, I'm aiming at beaches. We was in there last night and the night before and the night before. So 7.5 wraps that way, and then towards Big Girls 7.25 wraps. I've come in 1/4 of a wrap because it's cleaner on that bit. It was originally 7.5, it's 7.25. So that's where the rods are going. But for now, like I say, they're just sort of sat there, leads on the floor, no rigs on them. What I've done before I've walked away is I've packed it all in my little bucket, my rigs, etc. Put a lid on it so no wildlife can get it. Now I am going to cook my food. So I'll bring you back with tonight's tea. Then we'll cast in because I'm cooking out of my van and it's too far away from my rods if I get a bite. So let's get some food on. I'll bring you back. See, this is why I get guests in the morning, because I always give them a handful of boilies. For some reason, I always cave in. Look at the speed they're bolting them down, look. Can I get them on my steak? Oh, I've just given it away what I'm having. But yeah, steak and eggs for a shocker. But yeah, it's amazing. 16mm boilies and then babies are swallowing them. That's it for tonight. So there we have it. Same old, same old. I have changed the colour of the plate just to mix it up a bit. But yeah, I'm going to have that. And then we're going to get those rods out there and see what tonight brings. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, food was boring. If anyone, like I said in the last vlog, I'll say it in this one, if anyone's got any carnivore diet suggestions for me that doesn't involve chicken, lamb or pork, I will be massively appreciative, because I'm so bored of steak and eggs now. It's not even enjoyable eating it, you know. I need something different, but I can't keep chicken, lamb and pork on the bank. It's just too hot at the moment. But that's tea done with, the old boring same old clip. But we're going to get some rods out now. But before I do, like I always do, I will just say a massive thank you to you lot for supporting the channel. A lot of you regularly comment, click the thumbs up, share the videos. It is massively appreciated by me and it does help me grow. A lot of you that are watching are now subscribing as well, because my numbers do go up all the time. So thanks very much for doing that. It doesn't cost you anything. You're not tied to nothing. All it does is help promote my channel, so other people discover me. And if that's you watching this now, it's the first time you've ever seen my video, if you wouldn't mind clicking subscribe and becoming a subscriber, it would massively help me out. Like I say, it's free. You're not signed to contract. You can unsubscribe whenever you want. All it does is help other people find me like you have. So yeah, from me, thank you very much. Now we're going to get some rods in. Right, we'll do the left hand rod first. That's the one with the old that's got the prawn on it. Old rig putty slid down. That's the problem. If you don't use a float stop, the putty doesn't bite very well. Now the right hand one, that's got the yellow maize on that one. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm just laid on my bed, and this is why I get visitors all the time, because I feed them, but they don't really cause any harm. Apart from when they all now jump in and take my lines out, but never mind if they do. No. Come on, look, because Mum's leading the way. Get your asses in there, look. It's a long jump down there, you know. That one's just fell off like a lemming. And that one. Go on. That's it. There's a bloody another one. They've just disappeared over there. And this one's rocked up. You're too late, mate. You've missed the party. That is one good thing about here. I like the wildlife. You get a lot of it. Go on. That's just fell in as well, head first. Yeah, you do get a lot of the wildlife here. While I'm on this, while I remember actually, I've just been lazing on my bed watching somebody I follow on YouTube. It's called The Happy Picker. Okay, if you're interested at all in any kind of beach combing vlogs and videos, check him out, the Happy Picker. I will put a link to his channel in this description. I've just been watching it because I bumped into him a couple of weekends back now. And yeah, we kind of done a bit of a well, not a collab. He got me in his video basically. So while I was away at the coast for the weekend, he sort of hijacked me and roped me into a bit of filming with him. So yeah, it's different. It's different. But yeah, if you're interested in anything like that, I know it's not fishing related, but I'm just telling you, it's a good channel and he's a good bloke. So yeah, check him out. That's us all settled in for the night. You've had a food update, a wildlife update. I've tried to sell my mate's beachcombing YouTube channel as well. That's it for the night really. It's about 9:20 now, so I'm just going to chill out until I crash out and hope I get woken up by one of those tonight. If I had to put any money on a rod going, it would be the right hand one, purely because the drop on that is so, it's rock solid. It actually, I look back on the clip and it does show the tip bounces back. When that lead hits the deck, it cracks back. And the fact that I've come back a quarter of a wrap closer to me means that spot has massively grown, because it wasn't a quarter of a wrap wide when I started. I've come back a quarter of a wrap from being in the middle of it and I'm still on it. So the small amount of bait that I've put on it, yeah, they've cleaned that. Bait wise tonight, I'm not putting any in. I have got boilies. I've got 5 kilos of sticky baits Manila sat in the van. Well, a couple of handfuls less now because the bloody geese have had some. But I've put no bait in whatsoever because I just want to see if I can nick it on a bag. You know, I don't want to start having to bait and bait and bait. I should put some bait in because I'm going to try getting here tomorrow night. But it's really hot and humid. The pressure's coming right up again. I don't feel I'm here long enough to put like 3-4 catapults of boilie over it to get a pickup. You know, it's I need to be here for a longer session. Like maybe on the Sunday when I come in, I do like the evening, the afternoon, evening, morning. Maybe Sunday put some more on it, but tonight just bags on each. But if anything happens, I'll bring you back in the night. Hopefully I will with a fish. That'd be amazing. But if I don't, I'll see you all in the morning. Well, just before I go to bed, we're actually going to try something. I'm just looking at the comments on episode 22 that's just come out tonight when I'm filming this. Someone's commented on it saying, I'm not going to name who you are, but thanks for pointing out, can you put your net back in between your rods? Because when you did that, you caught something. So, let's put that to the test, shall we? Just to prove I actually take note of your comments that people put. I've got a guide under there, net back there. Now then, let's see if that makes a difference. Fingers crossed it does. Well, it's pretty dark at the moment. I'll just quickly turn that on. Nice mirror sitting in there. Maybe there is something having the net between the rods. Get a quick weight on that. Oh, 24. Street. Hold, where's that gone? Street up first. Okay, as promised, Super Mario hat, first fish, £24. Thank you very much. There we have it. That's about the best lighting I can get again. I'm going to go through the footage and see what I've got now. You will have already seen it. That's the first fish out of 1 up. Will it blow my spot? Who knows? But yeah, that was the left hand rod. I thought the right hand one would be the one to go, but no, it was the left on that prawn. I mean, has the prawn got anything to do with it? I don't know. Has the net in between the rods got anything to do with it? I don't know. All that matters is I've bloody had one out of here, so that's good. I weren't sure what it was to start with, to be fair, because there's a little band of weed. I could feel it nutting around it. I was like, oh, it's a tench. I've gone so long without catching a tench now. And then when it come out of the weed and dump, I thought, nah, we've got a carp. Yeah, 24-ish, maybe slightly under. I don't really know, I'll have to look back, but weight's irrelevant. We've got one. Happy days. So if I just show you with my light, you'll see there's only one rod left out there now. I've not recast the other rod. I I'll spin the camera around and explain why. It's like blooming ghost stories, isn't it? There's light on over here. Firstly, let me state the fish went back perfectly safe. As soon as I put it back in the water and sort of lifted it out of the mat, held it there, it kicked, and it went straight away. I couldn't film it because the water's so far down from the bank. Trying to film it would end up with my phone in the lake, me in the lake, and the fish still on the mat on the bank. Fishery rules here are there's no entry of the water in any circumstances. I've even tried the old, yeah, but what about if you're a surfer? No, that doesn't cut it either. So trying to film that is pretty much impossible. So unfortunately I can't show you that bit. But yeah, just so everyone's clear, it went back fine, safe. Happy days. Left hand rod, I've not put it back out because it's too awkward a cast to do in the dark and with the right hand rod there. What I mean by that is you might notice I always put the left hand rod out first in this swim. That's because the underarm swing that I do to get to the spot I'm on, I need to have the airspace that the right hand rod's sitting in. I could take it off and lay it on the floor, I know, but to be fair, hitting that in the dark underarm, you're probably not going to. And to be fair, I don't think I'd pick another fish up off that spot tonight, so I'm in no rush to get that rod out. I probably won't even put it out this session. We'll finish with one. Who knows, the right hand one could still go. That was the one I thought would have gone, but there you go. It just shows you sometimes what you think's going to happen doesn't happen. But what is happening now is I'm going to bed. So unless another fish wakes me up, I'll see you in the morning. I don't know if you'll hear that or not, but the wind has sprung right up. It's absolutely hammering in this bank now. So you've got to feel that right hand rod's got half a shot of going because it's a new wind. It's been blowing at beaches the last 3 days. It's switched. It's meant to hit this bank today and tomorrow. So yeah, come on. Let's hope I'll get you one more fish on this vlog, because that would be very, very nice. A double taking one up overnight. Yeah, I'd settle for that. Good morning. Right on cue. The old alarm clock's just turned up. Just got one rod out there this morning. Let's hope that one goes off as well, because that would be awesome to put 2 fish in one vlog, because I've not done that yet. So you never know, there is a chance. Look at them, straight in. I've had a look, they've seen there's no food this morning, that's it. On their way. Or maybe not on their way. Go on in, you bloody go. Well, that's the situation this morning. That rod's lent up there. That needs filling up. I'm having a coffee and I'm getting folded up. So if anything happens before then, you'll see it. If it doesn't, you'll see me for an outro. Well, unfortunately, nothing else happened, but I'm really not upset about that whatsoever. Yeah, another fish. So this week is 2 blanks, 2 captures. So I am back tonight after work. It will be my last night. I'd like to come back in here if I can get in here. And we'll see what happens. So tonight will be like the decider for the week. It's going to be 3-2 to somebody. Hopefully you'll join me for that and see who it is too. Me, hopefully, not the bloody carp. But yeah, if you like anything in the video, thumbs up would be massively appreciated. And again, the carnivore diet, if anyone's got any suggestions, please let me know. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy. If you're out and about yourself, be lucky. Hope you catch a whacker. See you on the next one.